welcome back. Today we're going to be checking out some petty revenge, and let's just get right into it. So I set a trap and got the laziest guy fired. A few years ago, I worked at a hospital in the environmental service where I gathered up the accumulated trash and medical waste to be disposed of. It wasn't a hard job and worked well for someone like me with ADHD, as it involved lots of walking. I could usually get lots of the hospital clear by my lunch break, as we walked in pairs to clear the building. But we had a new guy come in. His name was Ben. He seemed nice, but soon things began going downhill. So he probably just came in there and it's like, okay, he's a new guy here, and he's like chatting up people and trying to be friends, when Ben had a plan. I showed up for work one day and the bins were overfilled. Then the next day, and then the next day were the same. I'd have so much garbage accumulated that I wouldn't be halfway done with my section by lunch and had no time to get the medical waste taken out. I complained multiple times to management, who were also getting hit for the piling up of waste. Obviously, I can imagine working at a hospital and then you're like going to, like, working at a school is already bad, but like going to take out the trash or put something in the bin and seeing a full bin when you're like supposed to be like hyper clean and sterilized and all the type of shit. Oh, sorry.
Brother,
You're not supposed to say that. When you're supposed to be like hyper clean and have everything sterilized, it'll be like really annoying. So I can get it. Management must have been breathing down their necks on why is this stuff still left out.
okay.
So we all suspected Ben wasn't doing his job, but we couldn't find proof, and he was honestly a good liar. So I decided to set a trap. One Friday, I saw that the bin in one area was overflowing and that particular wing of the hospital would be closed on the weekend. So the trash wouldn't be changed. There wouldn't be any other garbage person collector who is going to have to come and take that out. Like on Friday, it's supposed to be Ben's job to have that taken out. I took a photo of the bin and left it there unattended, knowing Ben would be working the weekend. I came in on Monday and checked the same bin and saw it was exactly the same. I took another photo and showed my boss.
Come on now, dog.
Within minutes, she was calling Ben into the office and confronted him. Of course, he tried his usual lies, but when I showed the evidence, he just sat there stone-faced. Turns out he spent most of his day hiding in the hospital and messing around on his phone. He was fired and blackballed from all of the departments of the hospital. Felt good knowing I did it. Well, to be honest, if he's not doing his job, there's literally no point having that. And I don't get why people are going to, like, Ben could be a security guy. He would be present and would probably open the gates when you need someone to get in, but he didn't have to pick up a job that he knows he's literally not going to do, and no one should be getting paid for free.
Exactly.
You balked my car, now you have to listen to what I really think about you. A petty divorce tale. So this is another petty revenge. This gem of a story unfolded over the past few days, and I think it's too hilarious not to share. Now, the preface is by saying that we are not in the US or any other English-speaking country. I have a friend, let's call her Lisa. She's in her 50s, has been married forever, and has spent way too much of that time putting up with her nightmare of a husband. Lisa had thought about divorcing him more times than she can count, but was hesitant because she knew he would turn the process into a living hell. Well, 2 months ago, Lisa finally snapped. She decided it was time to break free and filed for divorce. Cue her husband. Let's call him Todd the Terrible, immediately proving her right by going full-on paranoid spy mode.
Okay.
First, he installed surveillance cameras all over their house, which unfortunately is technically legal in our country as long as he is living there too. But Lisa is pretty sure he also planted some illegal listening devices because, get this, that's the exact advice he gave his brother during his own divorce. I can imagine that's where she got the idea from, like, he's not letting me go. Like, if she tries to divorce him, he's not going to make it easy. That's probably where she got the idea from. As if it wasn't creepy enough, Todd took her car for 2 days because eats the family car. He never uses the family car as he got his own car. Right after she handed him the divorce papers, he took the car for 2 days. Plenty of time to slap on a GPS tracker or a few bucks, right? His excuse for all this James Bond level nonsense. He claims Lisa is cheating. Spoiler alert, she's not.
How do we know that? All right, let me.
But here's the kicker. In my country, divorce means splitting everything 50-50 regardless, unless something truly extreme comes up. So even if Lisa were sneaking off to rendezvous with the entire team of Kansas City Chiefs, it wouldn't change a thing. Todd's tantrum is entirely pointless. Now, Lisa doesn't have the time or money to check her car for gadgets, and the whole situation is understandably frustrating. So I suggested the perfect petty revenge, turning his creepy surveillance obsession against him. Now, when she's in the car, she regularly puts on a show, loudly announcing germs like, "You did what is so small that we need a microscope to find what you're working with." Ouch. Ouch. So she's just going to burst out into this. "You're the worst sex I've ever had, and I've had bad sex." I feel sorry for your future dates. They'll need a search party to find any satisfaction. She's tried a few times now and tells me it's more satisfying than therapy. I mean, blurting out those type of frustrating things, insulting him in that way, if he is listening, hopefully with someone, he's literally going to think that it's someone who is like really frustrated and is just pouring out her frustration and saying all of those things. But then when you see the person, you're like, this is what you actually think about me. I mean, it's sweet. It's like a really nice revenge that's not really hurting anyone.
It definitely is.
I'll do what I want in my own yard, okay?
Okay.
I'll make it impossible to enjoy your air. Now, last spring, my old neighbor who was a saint, sold her house and moved away. The people that moved in were awful. The guy who we'll call Pete owns some sort of a new black Mustang that sounds like it has no muffler. And he raves it up and down the subdivision streets in the evenings, literally 5 days a week. When a lot of people, myself included, sit on the back porch and watch TV during the summer. It's relentless. This guy also drives up and down the street highway that is on the other side of my house, doing the same thing but louder because it's 55 meters per hour speed limit. You can hear it from miles, and he has friends over regularly in the backyard, and they sit there on the weekends and some weeknights revving up the car. It truly is so loud that you cannot do anything but wait for him to be done. There was a big Facebook conversation on the House Owners Association group, and a bunch of neighbors politely asked him not to do this. Pete's exact response: "I pay a lot of money for this house, or do what I want in my own yard, and the streets are public." Well, I didn't like that, so here's what I did next, with a little context now. Our subdivision has about 150 houses on about 300 acres. It's big. Most of the properties on this subdivision are between 1 to 4 acres in size. I have a 3-acre corner due to an agreed upon land split sale 10 years ago between the House Owners Association. All neighbors within the vicinity and the former owners. My next door neighbor's house is on the smallest piece of property in the subdivision at 0.45 acres. I've attached, so not even up to 1 acre, and he's causing the most trouble out of like 300 acres of land.
Come on now, dog.
I've attached a stunning aesthetic representation here. Not the green borders, those are all 10 inches privacy fences that are wide vinyl. And not the little pentagon shape that comes in handy later. The only side of Peter's house not bordered by somebody else's privacy fence is the side that my house is on. So I think like there's no fence that separates his house from Peter's house.
Okay.
Well, I know from 15 years of living here that anytime I put a fire on the side of the yard next to Peter's, the smoke is guaranteed no failing, guaranteed to travel in the direction of Peter's house. I know this because I couldn't ever have a fire when my old neighbor was outside, as it would literally fill her backyard with smoke if ever the wood had any hint of moisture in it. Yeah, that's nice, because he was conscious that he doesn't want to make his neighbor uncomfortable. But since Pete is like, I'll do whatever I want on my land, he might actually think about doing the same thing. So I moved my fire pit about a dozen years ago to the other side of my house and towards the road, so I could be a good neighbor. Not anymore. And you know, Pete letting me know that he wouldn't quit making noise reminded me that I just loved having my fire pit right in the middle of my backyard. That's where the little pentagon is in the diagram above, so like opposite Pete's house. It took me a single weekend to dig up the pavers and blocks, moved them back to my preferred spot, and got myself a fire going in my new fire pit. I just needed to wait until Pete had people over. I made sure the inaugural fire was a good one. Pete had friends over, it was a nice day, and so I started the fire. Got it just about started, and then I added the wettest, grossiest wood I could. And about 10 minutes later, Pete and all his friends were visibly upset by the stench, so they went in. Wow! They came back out a little later. I had more wet, nasty wood. They went in again. I kept that up the entire day, and then I added a bunch of grass clippers to keep it going overnight. Oh! Like, yeah, two can play this game. The next day, still smothering, still smelling awful, I put out a Facebook post on the House Owners Association website that let people know I'll be continuing to utilize my fire pit as often as possible so they could bring me their lawn clippers. I had about 20 people respond in a few hours saying their clippers were all mine. So yeah, we don't need to worry about wet wood anymore.
Okay.
I kept this fire going. My dogs are good alarms and they rush outside anytime anybody is in Pete's backyard. So I would hear the dogs scramble, go out and add more clippers. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is really satisfying. This is really satisfying. I could literally sit out and like drink wine and enjoy the chaos happening. After about 3 weeks, Pete and his wife came out and very kindly asked me what was going on with the fire pit. She very politely informed me that her hair would smell like a campfire if she went into her backyard for any amount of time, and they could smell it coming into their house through the ductwork. What is that? Probably a part of her house. I really need to own a house.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Okay.
He said I was making it hard for him to enjoy his backyard with his friends. They asked me if I could ease back with the fire because I probably didn't know that it was impacting so much of their home life. I looked at him and his wife and I said that it was clear that sometimes we didn't recognize how big of an effect something could have on our neighbors until they told us about it. You know, we just don't understand. But then I said as objectively as possible that I normally live by the same, I'll do what I want in my backyard thought process as Pete does. I have a right to enjoy my yard. I looked at Pete dead in the eyes and said, as I know you support that because of how the conversation concluded about your car, right, Pete? He looked at me like I scratched his favorite CD. Imagine that 100 years ago, like someone scratched his. Now, he knew what I was doing and his wife looked at him and it just dawned on her. Like, the wife probably did not know what he was talking about in that book. Like, some people's wives will know, but she didn't know what was happening. She said she gets it and we won't hear the Mustang anymore.
What has he got?
I said thanks. I took a gamble and put the fire out right after that. It was the right call. I haven't talked to them much since. I'm not too concerned about that because I haven't heard the Mustangs since either. All in all, a good little case of petty revenge. So I think his wife did not even know what was happening, and it was like flexing around, and it affected her life. And when she gave her word, like, yeah, this will not happen again. It actually never happened again. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl G, and we are back with another video. Today we're checking out some petty revenge. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to pretend not to enjoy it. Actually, I will enjoy every minute of it. Absolutely. If you like the channel, obviously subscribe. If you're not subscribe, what are you doing?
Laundry.
So the time a supervisor tried to throw me under the bus, but I had receipts. So this happened in 2015 during my first year of teaching in special education in the US. So imagine all of the laws waiting to happen. I don't know if anyone else here works in special education, but if you do, you're probably familiar with the difficult process of obtaining a one-on-one para for a student. I don't even know what that is. So I had this kiddo, we'll call him Jay. Jay had some unsafe behaviors as a kindergartner, such as eloping from the school and into the neighborhood. That's scary. Like, that's really scary to have a kid just go missing. It was terrifying to say the least, but I know, right?
No, you don't.
And a big safety concern, so I spoke with my supervisor, showing him the data, and he agreed this student definitely needed one-on-one support. My supervisor, Mr. C, worked with him for a couple of weeks on the safety net process, getting a one-on-one. It was a lot of loops and jumps and saying the right thing in very specific ways, but I got it completed.
Nice.
I sent it to Mr. C for the last final review and was met with silence. Did he not see it? Did he forget?
I don't know. I just got here.
I emailed him after a day because we are all busy in this field. No worries, but more silence. I called his office and left a voicemail with his secretary, but more silence. Bruh. I tried to get a hold of him for a week with growing worry because the deadline was approaching, but I never heard back from him. I think someone's getting in trouble, and it's clear because she sent it through emails. There's a record for that. See, she talked on a voicemail, so there's a record for that too.
Absolutely.
After the due date passed, like, couldn't you try even harder? I mean, she was trying hard, but come on. That's not the only kid at the school.
Yes, exactly.
After the due date passed, he finally messaged me and said since I didn't reach out to him with the final copy, the one-on-one wasn't approved. Excuse us what? Because not excuse you, excuse us. I was pissed, as you should be. So I gathered copies of all the emails, the phone calls, every attempt I made to reach out to him, and sent it to his boss, Mr. B, head of special education services. I also included Mr. CC's last email, like, excuse you, because you made this was not happening. That was really good. A couple of days later, Mr. C sent me a formal letter of apology through our direct emailing system. Mr. B granted me an excursion and filed the paperwork himself, and also granted me an emergency one-on-one while the paperwork processed. That's super sweet. At the end of the year, Mr. C was fired from his... More like he was fired that day, but they were like, you may close at the end of this year, because they didn't want to fill in that position. Mr. C was fired from his position. I doubt it was just me, but I am sure my receipts had something to do with his removal as a special education supervisor. And I was telling it to a coworker here, and he said I should post it on the petty revenge. No. He absolutely deserved it. And this was not even petty revenge. It was like the right thing to do. There's like zero revenge included in this. It was just like, come on.
Come on, man.
She charged me $1,200 in cleaning fees, so I cleaned her review. I rented a small event space for a surprise party. The place looked nice online, decent price, and the host seems polite enough until after the event. Out of nowhere, she hit me with a $1,200 deep cleaning bill. When she says deep cleaning, I'm just like, are we going 6 feet under? Are we going to like start from the foundation and start cleaning it from there. What do you mean deep cleaning? And was this upfront? Was this part of the contract?
I don't know. I just got here.
She said we left the space unsuitable, which was wild because we barely used the kitchen and left it cleaner than we found it. I asked for proof. She sent blurry photos of trash. Honey, does she charge her life or her kids and her family for the trash they make? Come on. Like, I can imagine what she's talking about. Like, just photos of, okay, this is trash. We had to... That's annoying.
Absolutely.
Not even us. Oh, shots fired. What would you do? Because like at this point, I'll be like so mad. But then your card is already attached to it, so they're going to charge the card anyway, no matter how angry you are. I appealed through the booking platform. Denied. Now, she was clearly running a side hustle scam. A few hundred off each booking and hope no one fights too hard. So I did my own cleaning. I found her business on every platform I could. Yelp, Google, Facebook, event sites, and left detailed, calm, one-star reviews with photos from our event showing how spotless the place was when we left it. Like she took photos when she was done. Oh, gold. That is gold. That is gold. That is gold. Because I was about to say, did she not read the reviews? Like someone must have gone through all of these unexpected cleaning fees that just came up.
I don't know. I just got here.
Turns out I wasn't the only one. My review picked up traction. Others came forward. Why do people not do this? Like, I think I've done this with an Uber. Stop. That's a story for another day. But like, he absolutely deserved it. And I packed, like, I just boxed everything I needed to go out and do. I was like, no, let's stop with that. I had the time and I'll take care of this. And when I came home, tip until I got a refund. So yes, I won that. So it turns out I wasn't the only one. My reviews picked up traction. Others came forward with the same scam. That's horrible.
Absolutely.
Within weeks, her rating dropped from 4.8 to 2.9. Like it should be like a 1 because, and it just needs that one person that's going to start the whole trend and be like, okay, this is what I experienced, because that's really disgusting and no one should have to go through that. Or at least people should make informed decisions by reading the reviews and seeing that this was the experience. Last I checked, she's offering 50% off all bookings. Guess someone's trying to clean up her reputation. Yeah. I mean, I can see how people would do that. And I think she's not going to, I don't think she's going to do that again, because like if she does 50% off, which is absolutely gold, she's going to try to get good reviews. She'll be like, could you give me good reviews? And she probably will not charge more for like deep cleaning. She erased us from her wedding, so I erased her from mine.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm just really mean or I'm feeling like everything that's like all of these petty revenges are just really warranted. It's just payback. I mean, I'm trying to be the bigger person and I'm thinking about it, but like payback tastes like it's way more fun. So when my brother got married, his bride, now my sister-in-law, had very specific expectations. She wanted everyone in the family to wear their wedding colors, and we all did. People flew in from out of state. Everyone made an effort to make her feel celebrated. Aww. So what if I don't have that color? I'm not allowed. It's family. Come on. The day before the wedding, she made some offhanded but clearly pointed remarks about how our side of the family never takes anything seriously, and she wasn't expecting us to take this seriously either.
Are you serious right now, bro?
The comments made their rounds and feelings were hurt before the wedding even began. Oh no, that's not how you get into a family. No. No, but we still showed up, looked great, and participated. That is not how you become a part of family of a family. I don't get how her husband did not like call her out on her BS.
What can I say about my beautiful bride?
Fast forward to getting the wedding photos and videos. Not a single photo of our side of the family was posted. Not one. In the entire 3-minute highlights reel, no faces from our family. Are you kidding me? Is she adopting their son? And how does she think her husband is going to look at the photos when he cannot see like his family and everyone that he loves and knows in the video. That's super weird. No faces from my family except a 3-second clip of my parents with the bride and groom. Okay, the rest of us, it's like we never existed. I texted her cordially. Are you sure? I'm not even sure I will be cordial. It will be like, I don't know. I feel like when someone shows you that that's who they are, you just take them like that and you treat them as far as possible. I don't know. Like, if that's the vibe she was giving off, it's like, okay, that's it, and then just be on your side. No need to fight about it, especially since the wedding already happened. They are married, good for them. He should deal with that. I texted her cordially and asked if she could send me the pictures with just our siblings since none had been posted. She responded that we never took those pictures. How do you take, like, is there no like a photo agenda or something where there's like picture with the bride's family, picture with the groom's family, picture with the mom and dad of, like, there's always, I don't know, a list of people that you must have for photos, right? That's wild because I remember helping people adjust corsages for them. Is that how it's said? Corsages, right? Right?
I don't know. I just got here.
She doubled down on the gaslighting. I gave it 6 months and asked again. She suddenly had no idea what I was talking about. Fine. Here's where the petty revenge comes in. I'm getting married in 8 days. I've been engaged for 6 months and planning this month. I'm just thinking immediately she got there and she said yes and she started planning. And planning this moment, since she tried to erase us, I had a great photographer and videographer. What she doesn't know is that the videographer has a sacred mission.
Yeah, boy.
Make it look like she's getting all the attention. Oh my gosh. This is well thought out and I'm like, it's just absolutely delicious.
Nice.
Track her, hover near her. You know when like there's cameras going around and they're taking pictures of everyone, but like it keeps coming into your face and you're like adjusting your look to be like on point in the video. And then the video, like, she will be dying to see it. I think I need a part 2 of this. She'll be dying to see the video and then she's not even going to show up. That's really mean. Track her, hover near her like she's the star of the show. She will feel so seen. And then the final cut, she won't appear for even 1 second.
Come on now, dog.
Just like she made sure we didn't. It's like too much effort. I don't know. I don't have the energy. I mean, when being petty is not like exhausting and it doesn't require much of my time, I'm happy to be petty, but I'm not sure that I have the energy to put all of this into action. Like, I don't think I have that much time. Even though I'm really petty. Like, I don't have this much time. I didn't even invite her originally. Word must have gotten out because she cornered me at a family dinner and said, unfortunately, I have to work the day before and after your wedding, but I should still be able to make it. No, you have to work. Like, don't stress it. You don't need to come. Like, you don't need to be there. I was so stunned. I just said, that's fine. The Airbnb is booked whether you are there or not. So she's now coming. Ugh. No, I mean, based off of like 6 months of planning, I'm pretty sure you're happy. You're more happy that she's coming then. Because like, she's going to have that first class experience and then absolute heartbreak, which is absolutely delicious. To cope, I spelled her name wrong. Oh my gosh.
Come on, man.
Oh my gosh. And this is me after reading so many revenge stories. I'm stunned. To cope, I spelled her name wrong on the wedding invite on purpose. That was my first move. The video blackout will be my last. Not asking for advice, not asking if it's too mean. It's not. It's exactly fair. Happy to finally talk about it freely. So this is not in the garden, and ladies and gentlemen, you've just witnessed the crowning of the queen of pettiness. The amount of effort, thought, and dedication that went into this pettiness. Like, she needs to have a video of her or record a call when that video goes out, like the 1 second or 2 minutes clip of their video. Send it to her or send it to your brother, so it's not like aiming to give her a job. Oh, the video is out, and just post it. And immediately she calls, like, record it, because you need this for your record keeping. It was like when you're having a bad day, you just listen to her venting and being mad, and it's gonna make you feel so good. she's definitely going to beg for the raw footage. A comment says, for the love of all that is petty, update me. And I also want updates on this. Like, I'll literally be tracking this person. I'm going to follow them to keep you guys updated. So subscribe so you can get an update on these, because I need to know what she said.